All right, y'all, so now we're gonna go through bridling a horse. It's really important that we never ever put our bridle on the horse whenever he is tied up to the rail. It's important for a lot of reasons, but mainly because if something happens and a horse freaks out or something, they could injure themselves by pulling on one of those straps. And if they pull on that strap, that could really do a lot of damage to their mouth with that bit. So we wanna make sure we untie our horse, which I'm gonna do now with Ranger. All right, so now that I've got Ranger here, I'm gonna pull him around to me. And I've got full control of him with this lead rope here. I'm gonna put that lead rope around my arm like that, so that way I know I've got my horse and he's not going anywhere. You don't wanna drop it whenever you're putting your bridle on, but I've got him here. He's gonna go ahead and lower his head down for me. So the first thing you wanna do whenever you go to put the bridle on is you want to take your reins and you want to put them over the horse's head, just like that. Sit him about there. That way he feels those there and he feels like, you've got him now. Next thing you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to make sure everything is adjusted right. And make sure you have it right, so that way when you get that on the horse's head, you're not having to mess around with it then and take it back off. As you can see, I've got my reins on the right side. The D-rings on the right side of the proper reins. And I've got everything adjusted here, so that when I put this on, it's going to go in the horse's mouth fine, and everything should be adjusted right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the bit here and make sure I have it, and then I'm going to use this top hand to go on top of the horse's head. I'm going to put the bit underneath their chin while I come up here, and I have control of his head now, and now I have him to where his head can't go up and he can't get away from that bit. Now I'm going to slide my hand down, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my thumb right about here in the horse's mouth, and if you feel back here, there's actually no teeth in his mouth. It's just his gums, and so I can press down on that, and it's not going to allow him to bite me, or it's not going to allow me to hurt myself. So then I'm going to slide that bit up. I'm going to open his mouth with my thumb. I'm just going to slide up until I can get that bit in, and look at that, it goes right in. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to do the opposite ear first. So I'm going to put his ear through the cheek strap and the headband, and the chin strap, and in between the brow band. So that way it sits about like that. You're going to want to make sure you adjust your brow band to where it's not sticking out and where it's even on both sides. Make sure we look good in the public. I think I'm going to take the chin strap down here. Make sure it's long enough, make sure it's not caught on anything. We're actually going to adjust this a little bit, give us a little more length to come around. And then we want to just put it on Ranger. This is a little tight, so I'm going to put it in the first hole. Move these up a little bit. That way I can get about 2 to 3 fingers underneath there. You don't want it too tight on your horse, it's going to be real uncomfortable for him. So make sure it's a little loose. And then you want to stick this back through the keep there. And then now that we're there, we're just about ready to go. You want to make sure your reins are free, that they're not trapped in anything, and then you're good to go. So now I'm going to go ahead and take it off. I'm going to move my reins back up here, make sure they're free. Then I'm going to go ahead and take the chin strap off. I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to take this ear off first. Now I've got the off here, and now I'm going to hold this bit here. So that way that bit's not going to fall and hit them in the teeth and cause a lot of pain for the horse. You want to really ease that bit out, so that way when you go to catch it, it's not going to hit them in the teeth or hit them in the tongue, because that metal does hurt. So we're going to go off, and then just nice and easy over, and the reins just come off like that. And so the last part is it's very important that we tie up our horse after that. And when you go to tie up your horse, you're going to want to make sure you never ever have that bridle in their mouth. Just like we never put the bridle on whenever the horse is tied up. For those same exact reasons that the horse could get hurt if they get a foot through those reins or anything like that. It could really do a lot of damage to their mouth with all that metal. All right. All right, and that's just about everything.